What's up with it? Hey guys, it's Meg and Jeanette. You can call me Meg.
And this is your boy Greg. What's happening?
And welcome back to another episode of Get It Together. So, how are you feeling today?
Feel good. Feel kind of tired.
Okay.
Not that tired that I can't do the podcast or I can't do everyday life. Just exhausted.
Okay.
Great exhausted though. Good exhausted. Turn that off.
I never know how to turn off my laptop.
Good exhausted though. Yeah, it's always dinging. When you're not here, that thing dings.
All my hosts call me.
Nah, I bet it is. Hit list coming soon.
Yes. Well, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
No complaints. It is start of a new week, so always, I guess, not happy about that, but you know,
yeah.
It's good. I mean, honestly, it's a blessing. So
Sure.
no complaints. All right. Well, how's your energy today?
The energy's good. I feel great. Had something that tried to drag me down after having a great day, but I had to dig deep in myself and tell myself, no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I feel a little bit better. My energy feels good. I started acting class, and that was great. And then something about work pulled me down just a little bit because it was like stuff wasn't getting done. But I pulled myself up and said, no. You have a great day. You're having a great day. So stop all that negative stuff, Greg. So yes, my energy's good. My energy's good. It is. I mean,
And then rate yourself as a partner.
As a partner, I feel like I've gotten up today. I feel like past week, I'm A minus, B plus, between an A minus and a B plus. So 89.5. You know, just need to get some extra credit.
They don't give 89.5.
Well, I went to. Well, I don't know what school you went to.
I see the hood school.
I went to hood school. Just come in and get that.
Every little tenth of a point counts.
Just come in and get that extra credit work.
Whatever gets them across the state.
Yep, that's it.
That's actually not funny. The education system is, not gonna talk about that.
No, it's not.
But well, my energy is on the up and up.
Tell us.
Not gonna lie. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Definitely had a good weekend.
You sure you're feeling great? Because you're very slowful.
I am?
Today.
How?
I was rushing her to start the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I
the
think-
person that was at work all day.
I'm sorry. I'm going to work for 24 hours. No, because this morning it was just a constant go. So.
And I had it all set up yesterday anyway, so
her.
all you had to do was just put it together. But it's fine. I still did it all. That's what you do. Whenever your spouse is on a low, you have to pick up their slack.
Who encouraged me to say, hey, you go to your class. Hey, you do what you need to do.
Yeah, but you still got to do what you need to do at home.
I was only here for 15 minutes.
And you can get a lot done in 15 minutes.
No, I couldn't have. Stop.
Okay.
See, criticize. That's all I hear.
May I give myself my grading for the week? Or are you going to keep going? No. Okay. Anyway, I definitely think I have an 100 from last week. Fix your face, first of all. That's rude. This is my personal reflection. And yeah, I've been a great spouse. I feel like I've been stepping up on catering and being a step ahead to like what you need and also paying attention to what really matters to you. So
okay, I get that one. Well in that case, I didn't push myself towards the needs. I would definitely say I give myself a 95 then. Give myself an A.
Okay, you're already good.
No, because I wasn't thinking about the needs that I given you on last week, and I felt like I was a lot more. I felt like we were a lot more touchy-feely, like we were like all laid up all last week.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, so.
But I'm always very touchy-feely too.
I know, I'm not like that.
I feel like you were more receptive to it.
Yeah, I felt like I accepted it, didn't run away from it, didn't push away, didn't say, ugh, I just want to watch my show in peace or nothing. I was like, I can lay on the couch with her. We can watch. I think it's because we're bonding to a new show. That's why.
Probably. All right. Well, this is taking a lot longer than it should have.
Oh my gosh, she is so.
Greg, what's happening?
Alright, y'all, what's happening? Hi, what's happening today?
Yeah.
No, what's happening? Yeah, I ain't gonna let you drag me down. All right, so a couple things. Don't want to really throw this whole energy off on the podcast because it's very great energy today. But as you know, I don't want to spend too much time on this because I want to get to our topics. There was a mass shooting in Buffalo on what was it, 2 days ago, a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been really watching the news too much about it. Megan is actually the one that made me kind of dig deep in it. But there was a mass shooting at a supermarket, first degree murder charges being thrown out there at a supermarket called Tops in Buffalo, New York. I heard there's 10 victims, and we want to say that our condolences go to those victims and the families. But we also want to, I don't know. My heart always goes to anger. So I'm very upset about just what's going on with how they're dealing with mass shooters and all that. Like, it's annoying. It's very annoying. Let me move on because that's just a topic.
Yeah, I'd just rather not talk about it.
I'm so pissed off. Like, it's bad. I'd rather not because I don't want a lot of y'all looking at me like the bad side of me. I'm sorry. On some other sad news. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's just bring in all the sad
I'm sorry. We always talk happy. I want our people to know we real. So I'm sorry.
Just in case you're having a great morning. Stay on.
Well, as y'all know, Kevin Samuels did pass away. So our condolences go to his family. Sad things have been going on. But out of the sadness, I want to throw out, because Kevin Samuels really lived his life on a real manner. And a lot of times we didn't believe in things he said, and then there's some that did believe things he said. There are two things I want to point out with the whole Kevin Samuels things. One, all the... Can I curse?
I mean, sure,
I'm not going to do it.
Bleep it.
All the F-boys lost their their man, as they are saying. A lot of men that actually dug deep in his word are really losing it. And it's so bad that two of them publicly on Instagram got tattoos of this man's face on their body.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah,
and
that's impact for sure.
And Pastor Jamal Bryant said some comments in one of his sermons. So he was talking about a man can't telling God, or a man can't get advice from what women are saying that they need. But he was also talking about how this man had to get a GoFundMe page to fund his funeral, and I was just like, oh my God.
That wasn't true.
That wasn't true?
No.
That wasn't
fake.
true?
It was a scam. That was people who were trying to scam. That was not his page for his funeral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay, well that's not what I was that's not what I was digging deep.
Okay.
I wasn't digging deep on the GoFundMe because I don't care sometimes people fall on hard times. I've seen plenty of people who've had to use GoFundMe.
That's when you don't have life insurance, which we've got.
Oh my God. So
Adulting 101.
No, so yeah, I was just following up on what the pastor said. Even if it was true or not, that was not called for. People are having satisfaction and throwing parties and that's what you get to this man's death, but that is not. This man still lost his life. The mother still had to find out that she lost her son, and she also had to look online and see people say nasty things about them. All right, relax,
yeah.
Guys, stop. Okay, you didn't believe in the things he said when he was alive. Have a heart and just pray about his family and for the things that they lost. So that's what I want to say on that. But I just want to say to all the F-boys, it's okay. Relax. I understand y'all have nobody to give y'all knowledge. Just go on the run and be nice to people for once. There you go. So, last one. Well, two of the last ones. We have Sierra and Russell Wilson, which we always kind of get deemed towards because she's with a corny guy and Megan's over there. So they recently adopted a puppy a few weeks ago named Bronco. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog, by the way. PETA decided to step in the room. PETA was like, oh, you decided to literally adopt a whole like brand new puppy. Like there are plenty of adoption places out there. Like for starters, the Pound or all these other things. And I was just sitting there like, I think I've heard this conversation like maybe 8 times in Houston. When I said I wanted to get a brand new puppy. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with people saying that they want a brand new puppy or these things? Because I said it to one person. Somebody was like, well, why don't you just go to a dog, what is it called?
I don't know what that
dog
places
pound.
are called.
It's not the Pound. No, I know it's not the Pound.
I'm not going there to get my dog.
But anyways, people are saying that, and they're like, I don't see the problem in it. It's fine if you want your dog that's a full-grown dog and you want to get it because it's a rescue dog. Hey, that's great. I don't mind. I've played with plenty of rescue dogs. People that bought them from, the places that they got from shelters and all that stuff. I played with them. Something wrong with them. I want a puppy. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with adopting a child, but I would rather try to have a child first before I decide to adopt. So,
yeah,
relax.
I know. I'm surprised you brought this up right now because I was gonna wait till we bring it up before we do what we're like gonna do eventually. But
oh my god,
the people who have said those things to you are those people of color.
No, not at all.
It's never
because people of color really have not talked to me about.
People of color
don't even talk about animals.
Purchase dogs all the time.
People of color don't even talk about animals like that.
I don't know, because this conversation truly drives me insane because literally just this past week, went to somebody's house and talked about how we want a specific breed and that's what we're looking at. And they recently adopted a dog and was kind of saying like, oh, well, if you adopted a dog, you can get it for like $300 instead of X, Y, and Z. And I was sitting there looking like, I don't want to adopt a dog that I don't know where they've been. I don't know what's happened to them. I don't. And it's okay. You do that if you want to do that. And it is always non-people of color talking to me about this. And I don't care if you get upset. I'm not doing that. It truly gets on my nerves. Like, oh, why don't you adopt no, I don't want to do it. And it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah,
I want a specific type of dog. And that's the dog I want. When I go to the adoption agency, it's not going to be there, the dog that I want. And that's okay. I'm going to pay for what I want to pay for.
Okay, and that's the same as like when I was in the academy, I have a friend, he has a couple dogs. I said I wanted to go through a certain company that has dogs. Get it, the company has 50-50 reviews, but the good reviews are for people that are first-time dog owners, didn't know the direction going with the dog. The other side of the reviews were people that used to getting dogs from shelters, used to getting dogs from agencies, these dogs that have been alive for a couple years and so, and they're like, oh wow, that's an inhumane way to get a dog, this and that. So when he jokingly was like, Harris, if you get a dog from that company, it being a brand new dog or what, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I was like, so if I want a brand new car and I have a chance to get a brand new car, but there's that car that's on the lot that's been there for a couple years that I just don't want, didn't say nothing was wrong with it, I just don't want it, you're gonna punch me in the face because I don't want the old car. I don't want a dog that's 10 years, 5 years, 3 years old. I want a dog that's like brand new. I don't care. I said the situation and the problems that we're gonna deal with it, of having to train it, having to potty train it, having to make it stop.
So even if we don't know where the dog came from, there's still other things you have to deal with when it comes to that.
Exactly.
And it's just like, and not even to dumb the conversation down, but whenever you want new clothes, why don't you just go to the resale store? Why do you go buy brand new clothes? Like what? Like, cause you want to. So let people do what they want to do.
Make it make sense.
Literally, make it make sense. So I'm done because I just went from 0 to 100 about an animal, and I'm not about to do that today.
Oh, your blood pressure.
I know. Fan me.
We don't never get this upset. We're just tired of hearing it.
Literally.
Oh.
So annoying.
I pray that when you get pregnant, people will be like, oh my God, have you tried adoption before this?
Literally.
Are you serious? But hey, whoa. Let's back up the talk about adopting a dog before people that actually are dog experts jump in and be like, oh, you inhumane people.
Anyway, let's get on with it.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go too deep in this last one because I usually only have 3, but apparently there is a couple secret sex tapes out there between Ray J and little Kim. Oh my God.
Wow.
Ray J and Kim Kardashian, and apparently the only reason why those tapes got leaked was because Ray J agreed with Kim Kardashian's mother. What's her mother's name?
Chris.
I don't know.
This is not right. This is false reporting. That's not what it is.
What is it then? I'm so confused.
Okay.
I don't anything with the Kardashians. I don't care for. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I got it. Okay.
Go ahead. You go ahead, man.
Thanks. All right. So pretty much what has happened is that the Kardashians have this new show. Well, not a new show. They stopped their show Keeping Up with Kardashians for I think about 5 months.
Thank God.
And they started another show. They restarted filming. It's called The Kardashians.
Jesus Christ.
But it's literally they're filming the same thing. It was still like a reality TV show. But it's just like their life now within the past year or so. And what I will say about that, because I never watched the old Keeping Up with Kardashians shows, I really didn't care for it at all.
Me neither.
However, I have been watching the Kardashians. And because, first of all, it is shot beautifully. And I really enjoy videography.
No.
And it's interesting how they shot it, because they shot it like it's a vlog, like it's a YouTube vlog kind of thing. And it's kind of like, I don't know, I really like it. So it looks really good. It's aesthetically pleasing. And it's not like I sit there and watch it, like I'm sitting there, oh my God, it's Tuesday, I gotta go watch. No, it's not that. It's literally just like, it's Sunday, Greg's at work, I've watched all my shows, and there's nothing else on TV, so I'm gonna cook and this is gonna be on kind of thing. So, what's happened is that apparently on one of the, I think, second episodes, there was like this big commotion that Kim did, saying that so her son was playing with Roblox, which I guess is a game on the phone.
Yeah, it's a game that kids play. And
then her cry face popped up, and on her, and then she's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, mommy, it's you." And then like on the cry face, it's saying that click this to see Kim K's new sex tape and stuff. And so she freaked out, made a big deal out of it, and it goes into like the next episode, and here she is like saying that, she's gonna, like, Ray J's manager is saying that they like had these new like videos and tapes and it's been leaked. Then it goes on to like the next episode where she's at SNL. They do this whole little thing where Kanye, the savior Kanye, brings this like suitcase, and they're all huddled around the suitcase before she goes to SNL, and she's saying, "Oh, Kanye brought the sex tapes back. He brought all of it." And then like come to find out, like in the interview part, all she says is that it really was anything except then her and Ray J having like normal like lunch or like dinner while they were like on their vacation in whatever Mexico place they filmed the original sex tape at. Wow. But she also had made a comment throughout the session saying like, well, I just don't know what it is. I need to know what it is. It could be, something. I don't know if I'm like sleeping, he's like sticking something up my like butthole, something like that. And so that's the part that really pissed Ray J off. And so it became a whole, he like blasted her on social media, and it was like this big long screenshot of their DMs of pretty much Ray J saying, "Kim, I've gone along with you and your mom with this for a long time, and you're making it seem like I'm like some kind of predator, like I've been having to like live this down, I'm losing endorsements because of this, and like why are you bringing up this again, trying to make it seem like against your will I put out these sex tapes or things like that." And then what was interesting, like in the messages, she never denied that like it was a plan for like all three of them, for them to like put this sex tape out so they could like make money off of it. So then that's kind of like, and really, honestly, we're all just like, okay, Ray J, we all knew this. We all knew that this was a plot for all three of you guys. But it's interesting because like with the thing that's happened is that Ray J, it seems like he is not of the status that, white woman Kim K and her mothers and sisters have become based off of the sex tape that was done. And also too, when it comes to someone releasing a sex tape, especially with whatever, I forgot what the name of the place that they released it with, everyone who's on the tape has to have consent to sign off of it. So this is why it really wasn't like it's been dumb that within pop culture we've been like carrying this on for so long, because like we all know that she had to sign a release for her to actually put out a tape about herself. Like you have to do that or they can't put it out. I think it's vanity or something like that. So So yeah, but getting off of that,
Please,
really, it's just that.
Make it make sense.
Because the whole like Kardashian family thing is just so interesting to me because honestly, like they built this whole like empire off of this like one tape incident, and really it's just interesting to see how their I don't want to say like their aesthetic or like their like lifestyle has like bleeded into our communities, that it's truly like affected the way that women think about themselves. So
have you ever seen the story of OJ, the documentary show? You seen it? I want to watch it again. But you know, just how they started was with that, and the whole there was another documentary that kind of bleeded into that about how the Kardashian name kind of grew more and more because of course the dad was this outstanding lawyer, famous lawyer for famous people, celebrities and all that. And just like bleeding into that, you know, they went for the whole, well, my dad is basically kind of untouchable thing to we're kind of untouchable. So it was like the whole stomach of them is no matter what I do, I can't be harmed. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Their whole thing is an untouchable like Ray type of thing. Like no matter what happens, no matter what I do, like you see with all the Kanye West thing stuff that's going on. Of course, we're all looking at Kanye like Kanye, get help, brother, please. That's all we're saying. Mm-hmm. But it's always still in the moment. It's all, oh, I can't do no harm. Like I can't be touched. That's really what it is. I can't be touched.
But honestly, just even like getting off of them is the fact that like whenever you see how we look at different body types in social media or just in the world, it's kind of so obviously we know that getting a BBL and different things is like that's kind of been something that I truly do feel like has been popularized because of them doing it.
Ooh, and we in Atlanta. So.
In that people have been trying to emulate a body figure where you have the really, really tiny waist and the big hips and then the thighs that don't match.
Make it make sense.
Like that ideology and that body type is surely just like what you see all the time going down, like scrolling through social media, like that's what's put off as being beautiful, and that's what everyone's trying to aspire to. And really looking at it as far as the psychology behind it, it's just that like I've just seen how it's just had like a negative effect on lots of people. And I would say even like myself, I definitely feel like a huge part of me had felt that my waist was not small enough or my hips weren't wide enough, or if I had this insecurity about that because of just this persona that's been put out that everyone's trying to aspire to, and it truly has like come from them. And honestly, and like it just creates this whole generation of us where we're all just dealing with this underlining just BDD, which stands for like body dysmorphia disorder. And that's really like I feel like what a lot of us have been like dealing with, because I speak to lots of different women, and even just with even sitting looking at their show right now, there's still things that they don't even like. Because what's interesting that, you know, last thing I'm gonna say about them is that they've had all this work done on their bodies, and if you look at their Instagram, they still edit their photos, which is mind-blowing to me. For you to have all this work done and you're still editing your photos, there's something like psychologically deep down going on inside of your brain where you're not showing up as yourself. So
well, when you're used to that, and that's a thing, like changing something about yourself, it starts to become like you said, psychological thing where in the mindset, no matter how perfect you may seem, you're going to find some type of flaw. It's always going to be some type of flaw. As in, like, you know, some people who could just take a picture of natural beauty because they knew from the moment they were born, hey, you know, I know, you know, I've been told I've been beautiful. My mother and my dad always told me to believe in myself and told me to believe in my beauty. So, I mean, when you psychologically keep continuously getting things done to you, it's not just going to go away like, that's it, I'm beautiful, I'm perfect. Because overall, we all know we ain't perfect, but those type of people seem like they want to be perfect. So there's a thing where, Christians always say like God always has the last laugh. So in that sight, no matter how perfect we may see them think that they are, there's still like flaws in their whole appearance. So they're gonna always continue to be like, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
Yeah. And so and speaking of flaws in appearance, so story time. So I remember growing up that I was always one of the most athletic people around, in my group. I remember being thin, and I also remember being sick a lot. And so with being sick a lot, I would have to take steroids to over a course of a long period of time. And so I remember there was this shift whenever I started being made fun of, mostly by my sister, and being called moon pie face, or having little songs made about me
Don't
about
worry, guys, they love each other though. They love each other.
Yeah, I love her, but yes, but she has a lot to do with my issue. And I remember,
what you gonna call us after this? So don't you blame that on me.
In 3rd grade, I took my yearbook photo and I brought it home and I looked at it, and I remember this like this was yesterday. For the first time, I saw that my face was truly swollen, and I was truly swelling. And if you know anything about taking steroids, corticosteroids, it swells up your body and your jaw starts to poke out. And that's literally what I looked like, literally like a moon pie, like she said. But before that, I had never seen it. I always saw myself as me being still being small. And so that, I feel that is whenever it started, with me dealing with having body image issues, because I was just freaked out that I did not see that my body was different for that long period of time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And so I looked up the definition of body dysmorphic disorder, so if people who aren't aware of it, kind of what it means. And there's different levels to it. I mean, obviously, it's just there's the level where it's kind of the extreme, where you truly cannot function in society, and then there's a level where you're able to function, but it still affects your daily life in different ways. So, according to Anxiety and Depression Association of America, when they explain BDD, they kind of say it's if you think about people think about their real or perceived flaws for hours each day, people that can't control their negative thoughts or don't believe people who tell them that they look fine. Their thoughts cause them severe emotional distress and interfere with their daily functioning, or they may miss work or school or avoid social situations and isolate themselves because they fear others will notice their flaws.
Right.
So, so with that, even within that context of kind of what it's talking about, I feel growing up, for example, I do remember times, and even just in college, I mean, if I'm being real, that I felt a certain type of way about my body where I truly would not go to a party. I truly would stay inside of my room and just be no, I am just way too big or overweight for me to go and do this. Or especially when it came to the summer and being very insecure about wanting to go out to the pool because I didn't want to be seen in a swimsuit, where it really was affecting my daily life and different things of that sort. Mm-hmm. But I want to take a quick break because I have a question to ask you about it, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
We'll be back.
Oh, and we are back. I accidentally pushed the button way too soon.
I was sitting here.
My thumb was right here, and then as soon as she kind of sat on the couch, my thumb bounced off of her sitting. So I was like, "Oh,
I know, you almost
we're back."
On the couch.
You did kind of flop. It was no. There you go. It was a gentle flop. It's you were happy. It was an old person flop. As a matter of fact, it's when you almost there and you just go, ugh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so back to what we're talking about. So when it comes to that, the issue with body image that I deal with. So as your wife, I have 2 questions actually. So at what point in time with us dating did you realize that there was something that I struggle with as far as having image disorders?
You really want to know that answer?
And then yes, and then 2. Okay, answer the first one first.
Okay, you really want to know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell you because it's gonna be a crazy one. Here's how I knew she had body dysmorphia. Because the moment I noticed it, it was weird. Because she just kept telling me. You kept telling me you had body dysmorphia over and over, all the time. Oh, I can't wear that because I have body dysmorphia. And I was like,
what? I don't remember that.
Yes, you did. Because every time you were like,
I said I can't wear that.
Like you would try to like wear something out for a certain setting, you were like, can't wear it, have body dysmorphia. And I'll be looking like you're fine. Then a couple times, then time will go by. I just don't like this. Like going to the gym, I guess I have body dysmorphia, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Like you told me consistently. So by the third time, I was like, she has body dysmorphia. Like it started to like, I guess you were so used to like telling me things, like being open about stuff and letting me know certain things, that it was just something like natural for you to just be able to like express that feeling to me, so that to the point where you were always telling me, and I was just like, I get it. It was let me explain something to y'all, because this is where I want her to know. I'm glad that we got a public setting that I can say all this to everybody. She really looks good. I'm not saying that in a way to boost her ego, not to hurt her feelings. Megan has a bomb ass body. She looks good as hell. Have y'all seen her birthday pictures? I think it was 2020. Mm-hmm. No, 2019. Her birthday pictures, bomb as hell. Like fine. I'm talking about booty, cheeks out, everything. She looks good, and she's lost weight since those pictures. Bomb. But she psychs her. You psych yourself, because I do it to me sometimes. Remember how sometimes I'll wear something and you'll be like, oh, it looks good on you. And I'll be like, I can see my love handles. It does not look good on me, and I'll rip it off. Like that's what I do, because I kind of have like a small amount of it. But I just be like, nah, you know what? Gotta fix it. You publicly out loud will say it to me. No, damn, my body dysmorphia. And I'll be like, heard it the 100th time. Okay. I got it.
Okay, well, because I want to say something about that, because then like that makes it come off as being weird.
No, so, it's not. No.
I'm talking about for me, because it makes it seem like it's something that like I say I'm wearing it as like a flag. Because the only reason why you're able to know that is because of me being so close to you and me getting comfortable enough to talk about what I've dealt with.
I said that. Yeah, I said like you are comfortable, open with me to the fact that, because at first when we started dating, you wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
So I never noticed. I'd never seen.
Because I never told anybody that before you. And honestly, I didn't know that that's what I was dealing with until I saw a therapist. And she talked to me about it and asked me if I had ever thought about that. And then she was the one who actually like discussed it with me, and I started trying to help me out of it. Which, I mean, it didn't really work. But she's the one who brought it to my attention in a real way. So in that, and like I was seeing her while I was dating you. So that's kind of like why I feel like if it came off as me I kept saying it, then that's where it was coming from.
To be real, I know and there's other things that you tell me, like, about how your ex used to be too. I felt like that played a huge part, because I felt like you could have. I know your sister, how she used to joke with you, because siblings are just rude as hell. So let's just be real. That wasn't like she was intentionally trying to destroy you. She was just being a sister that was just being mean as hell. Like my sisters are mean as hell. Nothing wrong with that. I felt like you would have gotten over the body dysmorphia. You would have been fine, because your sister's grown now, y'all are grown now, y'all love each other, and obviously y'all both always look at each other like body goals. Her sister is, I don't want to say bodybuilding. What is her exact?
She's a physique competitor.
Physique competitor, and you sit over here, work out all the time, had this natural, beautiful body, you built your booty up, you did all these things. Y'all, every time I see it, y'all always complimenting each other. So it's not like that's something that would have destroyed you if if that would have just been one thing. But the fact after that was when you got into the dating world and you actually were verbally abused so much. Yeah. That's I feel like that's where it kind of came. That's where my mind goes.
I mean, that and the fact of how I stated earlier, when you look on social media, which is like I had to clean up my whole timeline, because I realized through the process of trying to get beyond this, because I kind of spoke with you about it, but I will say that I have always feared having a child or having a baby with my mindset, because I know that once I have a baby, my stomach is not going to look the way it does now. So if I'm at the point now that I'm still struggling and dealing with this, and every time I look in the mirror, I'm tearing myself down, I'm picturing myself as this wide person where, like, I consciously know that I'm not, but it's like I'm trapped into thinking that. I know that after having a child, I fear that it could get worse. And I feel like that's why I've been doing lots of work now to be sure that I'm clearing my mind of that and really strategically doing stuff to get beyond it. So one thing I have done is I've now, and I suggest anyone who, if you're having any kind of image issue, I really think that you should look at who you follow on social media and start to realize, like, okay, why do I feel like that? Because I went and deleted all the girls that claim that they got their body from working out in the gym, and really all they've done is just like gone and got surgery, and then they just try to portray they worked out to sell stuff on Instagram. I stopped following all of them. When I stopped doing that and I cleaned out my history like that, I stopped seeing those images, and I would look in the mirror and I started to feel better about myself, be like, oh no, like I have a normal body. And then also too, like one of my friends, she was thinking about getting a nose job. And I kind of said, like, okay, like, who do you follow that is, like, promoting getting a nose job? And they look through it and are like, oh, like, this, I've been wanting to have this because I'm seeing that this person's getting this, and that's where that's coming from. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was a combination of being in that relationship where, like, I naturally didn't feel good about myself, and then being with someone who did not make me feel good about myself, plus now seeing on the media that this is what the perfect body is, and trying to achieve that through the gym when most people didn't achieve that by going to the gym. It just is a combination that's really just like, you know, gives you mind funk because it's like you can't get out of it. So I just know for me that it's just not that it's been so hard that it's like now like it's just been like debilitating, but I will say once we got married and just being with you, I feel like it just was exposed more. And I think that's the funny thing about marriage, because I think marriage exposes really anything that was small. When you get married, it just becomes so big. Like, it's like it gets so exposed where like you now have somebody on the outside telling you every time you walk by the mirror, stop looking at yourself in the mirror because all you're doing is just tearing yourself down.
I mean, think about it like this. You always, whenever I'm like wearing certain things, especially shirts, it's always just shirts. Whenever I'm wearing shirts, you say, stop pulling on your shirt. Stop pulling on your shirt. Stop pulling on your shirt. I'm so used to it. I'm talking from not a youth. Let's say a youth. I'm so used to it from the minute that I felt like I started gaining like a lot of weight. I'm so used to pulling and tugging on the back of my shirt to, you know, make sure my shirt isn't hanging on the side of my love handles. Or all big people are used to that too. I've met so many big people say, yeah, I tug on my shirt probably 10 times a day. Mm-hmm. And to the fact where I don't have love handles anymore, but the minute my shirt feels like it's kind of squeezing a little bit on my abdomen or my side or the little love handles I have left, I have to like, I'll go to the bathroom or I'm here and I'm wearing a shirt, I'll take the shirt off, I'll like literally stretch the bottom of it like far out so it's like flopping, and I'll put it back on. And you would be like, stop doing that. First of all, you're damaging the shirt. Second of all, like you don't have to do that, you look good. Like, imagine that. I tell you all the time you look good, and you tell me about, you know, body dysmorphia, which I have no problem with that, but you tell me all the time I look good, and I'm just sitting there like, I sit there and I try not to believe you either, but I'm like, you know what? If my wife said I look good, that's what I be trying to get her to, and I understand it's a thing that you have to fix on your own, or it's a thing that you have to like diagnose, like dissect on your own, I mean. But like, as when we got married, what did I tell you was one thing that happened for me? My confidence boosted.
Yes.
Like, I walk places now, don't care, be like, I don't care. I'll walk anywhere, just be like, somebody looking, somebody talk to me, I got confidence. I don't have a care in the world, like none of that. Like, when I would put something on and you would say, you're gonna look good in that. Trust me. Or, babe, you look good. Babe, you're fine. I'm like, all right, cool. When you say, it's time for a haircut, time for you to do this, put some moisturizer on your face, I'm like, I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm your husband. I hit my ring. Ain't no man you trying to look good for, but for me and yourself.
Okay, I was gonna say I look good.
Oh no, I said man. I said man.
I know. But
so my thing is, when I say, babe, you look fine. I'm not saying that because I'm just like, oh, no, I'm sitting there like, you look fine. Now take it off and come here. That's what I'm literally saying in my head.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too. Which is like how you said whenever you got married, like your confidence went up and stuff. And I feel like, I think a lot of times, because even my friend just talked to me about this, saying that it's weird that that's still something to deal with as far as having image issues once you get married, because then you would think that at that point in time everything's like all amazing, like now I don't worry about anything, I'm no longer insecure about my nose, my hips, like no. And it's really like how I said, it's not like that, it's really that like it's exposed more and you truly have to deal with it now. And so, and I would say too, like what I've noticed too with being married is that how it definitely affects my sex life, because I don't know if you've noticed that.
Oh, I know.
Have you noticed anything?
Oh, I know.
Okay, what were we going to say?
Nothing.
Okay, I thought you noticed it.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Well, you say it.
Well, I'm going to say that whenever I notice that it affects me whenever, like, I want to be intimate, but I don't feel good. Like, I feel like I'm really big. So then I don't. I'll just be like, no, don't touch me. Is that what you're going to say, or that's what you were thinking? Well, have you noticed that?
I feel like in a way you don't say no, don't touch me. You'll let it proceed. And then in your mind, if you're not getting hot enough in your mind to yourself, then it's like, no.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I'm like, you are my wife. I am your husband. When I'm feeling down or feeling bad about my image, you put yourself on me and I go, well, I mean, I got one fan. I got one fan on my OnlyFans subscription.
I don't feel like that.
You don't. That's what I'm like. You don't have to be like. Which I get it. Sometimes if you're just not in the mood, you're just not in the mood. I got.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. I will be in the mood. It's the fact that I don't feel good about how I look, so it affects it in that way.
But I'm still to this day, because I remember we had the conversation like actively after one time this happened, and I was like, but why? It's me. I guess I get it. You don't feel good for yourself. I get that, and I understand that's something that you have to fix, mentally. But in my mind, I'm like, it's me.
I know. It's honestly very dumb when I think about it. It truly is.
But I don't want us to talk about this and then like you try to force yourself to go through that. Try to force, because then once you force things, then that's when it starts to become bland and terrible, and in your mindset, sex isn't good anymore. Like
because you don't feel good.
Yeah, I want you to look at me and say, like how you felt when we got married. You told me that you felt like you could give yourself to me because you felt safe. You felt like I was a protector. You felt like I gave you things that you didn't have spiritually, mentally, physically, and all those things that you said to me is vice versa to you.
Yeah.
I want you to look at that when it comes to like just the physical, sexual aspect. I'm not here to blow your back out for 3 minutes and then go to sleep on you. I want to love you. I'm here to make love to you. I want you to know that I am, like I remember you told me, in order for some women to get hot, you can't just go jab, jab, jab. I know. Look. I have grown. But have I grown?
He has grown.
Okay. So can't just go jab, jab, jab. But you said, kiss me a little bit, like rub my knee.
I know.
It's a joke. I think it was Kevin Hart or something. It was Kevin Hart saying, rub my knee.
Do something with
do
that.
that. And when I started doing it, I was like, now I feel like I'm not just making love. I'm actually like making you comfortable, making you as in like relaxed, like not intense. Like I don't want you to ever think like you're uncomfortable because you feel like your body is not good for the moment. Mm-hmm. Your body is good for me every day. Because if it wasn't good for the moment, I'd be sleeping on this couch some nights.
Yeah.
But I'm dead ass like sleeping beside you.
Yeah.
And before I go to bed at night, you are literally sleep in the same position until we doze off. When we go to bed at night, you literally like face is on top of my chest and my arm is like this. Mm-hmm. If I'm not like that with you, like consistently, if I'm like away from you, like sleeping out here or something, then there's something wrong. But I love sleeping beside you every day. I find you attractive. I don't go put some clothes on when you walk around naked. I go, yeah. Like sometimes when you walk by me non-sexual, nothing's going on, you be like, oh my God. I'm like, what you thinking about? I'm like, well, it's a naked woman walking around my house. What do you think when I'm thinking about it?
I know. But I feel like I've always appreciated that about you. And me having knowledge of that, like I know all that stuff, like I know that I'm attracted to you, I know that you're always attracted to me, like I don't have to be that way, which is kind of like why I feel like I've just tried to work very hard to get out of that mindset, because I mean, I think that I didn't realize how much my issue could like affect us in that way, and I just didn't want it to be like that. And I mean, in like a way that I have found, because if anybody else is struggling with this, I feel like one thing that has helped for me is whenever I do stay consistent with going to the gym and cycling, then I'm like, oh yeah, like my body feels tight, like I feel good. I feel like it has a lot to do with the endorphins that are released with exercise, because it hasn't been a huge change, like drastic change in how I look from like this month to, I mean, like back in October when we got married, but really like it's helped my mindset with staying consistent. And when I feel like I'm very consistent on my health and fitness journey, then I'm always just like, oh yeah, let me get on top. All right, because I know I look good, and like different stuff, like the attitudes change. So, and I feel like it just comes with just taking care of yourself. Like if that's something that you do deal with, then like what are the small things you do to take care of yourself, and it translates into the bedroom. So then no longer are you allowing like body image issues or BDD to like deprive your sex life, because I mean that's really not fair to yourself in general, and then it's not fair to you as like my partner for me to like feel that way or be insecure in that way.
Right. And then I mean, it's just, okay, so just like what happened to us this past weekend, we ended up going with some friends.
Oh yeah.
On a date, on a double date. Now it was another person that tagged along, so it was 5 of us, and 2 of our couple friends that we had just met in Atlanta said, hey, let's go to the strip club. Megan knows I'm not a strip club person. People, and I'm not saying this because this is my wife. You can pull one of my friends aside and say, does Greg like strip clubs? I bet you any kind of money he's going to say, absolutely not. I don't know how many times I've invited him to the strip club. And I got like 6 friends that have invited me, 6 people that I know that have invited me to the strip club so many times. I said, nah, I'm good. Because it just doesn't excite me. We went to the strip club, and the same way that I interact with the guys is the same way I interacted with my wife. Megan was like, are you enjoying this? I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's alright. It's cool. Sidebar, me throwing money to a stripper, it's like me trying to feed a lion a steak. Because you know how you're cautious? You're like, the lion's right here, you're just trying to throw it. People will just walk up to the stage, just go, and walk back. This is me at the stage.
For those listening, he's doing like the little salt throw.
I'm like a little.
Like he's sprinkling salt.
Like sprinkling this, I'm just trying to like throw it like.
Literally.
It was at one point I almost balled one up and just said, here, just take it, just tossed it. But like, I don't get that thing with the strip club. So when Megan was talking to me, she said this one thing, and I pointed at her like, oh my God, thank you, because to everybody, not everybody, to a good percentage of men, strippers are some of the baddest women, especially in Atlanta, because the strippers up here do their work. They actually be balling out here. Megan looked at me and she said, looking at some of these women make me feel great about my body. I looked at her and I said, well, thank you. I'm glad you said that, but why did you say that? And in my mind, I knew she was going to say it, because I was like, I know why she's about to say it, because she was like, because majority of them had stuff done to them. Exactly. They bad because they had stuff done to them. You bad as hell, God sent. Like, you look good. You look good. You look good. It's a meme. I know you're gonna be that. You look good.
But yeah.
For real.
But I mean, yes. But I said, like they've had stuff done to them, but also because it just normalized that, you know, stretch marks are normal.
They're
and
normal.
Having, like, your skin not being this, I don't know what it looks like this crisp, creamy type of look, like, that's not real. And if you're so used to seeing pictures of people that are edited all the time, no matter what, even just like a little bit of edit, and you don't see a real naked body in real life and what everyone's body looks like,
True.
and all you do is look at your own body, you're gonna automatically just find things that are wrong. So I think it kind of was just like a healthy mind flip for me, because I was looking and saying, wow, like, my body looks like that. And I'm like, it's not an edited version. This is real life, and it's still beautiful. So honestly, the strip club helped me a lot. So I really feel like that was my breakthrough. That's why I came to him with this great energy, because I was walking there and being like, wow, this is great.
Not your
I'm
husband.
so normal.
Not your husband uplifting you every day.
No, because that's the thing.
I know.
I was like,
I know.
for me. I gotta fix my own stuff. Which I think is hard being married, because you want to fix other stuff for the person. Like, you want to fix that.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing you did for me. Whenever I was in my ways, you would tell me, like, you know, babe, if you feel this way, you know, change your diet, you know, work out. If you would tell me when I would complain, you would say, if you feel this way,
yeah, it's easier to tell a person someone else to do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying you would tell me that, and I would be like, you know what, you know, you're right. So I can understand, like, I look at certain guys, like I look at actors, I always thought like, oh my God, I always thought like, as an actor, growing up, and I know people that are actors or watch actors will notice this. The actors in the 90s and the early 2000s and mid 2000s, they be having the black men that are actors, crisp bodies, you know, no marks on the bodies, no scars, just crisp chocolate men on TV have to have abs and this, and it destroyed my mind. Like, if I want to be an actor, I can't be fat. Now I just want to be in shape. I just want to look good for myself. Like, I actually told myself, like, if I'm going to get in shape and I'm going to, like, work out, I'm going to do it for me, because now these days, these actors be looking like how they look.
Yeah. Like
scars. I seen a couple men, you know, one was in shape and the other one was like, you know, had an okay, you know, body. They had stretch marks. Mm-hmm. It's because you said, I'm like, because me being a used to be kind of big person that's changing my life around and has, like, totally lost a lot of weight, I have stretch marks, and I have them, like, right here, under, like, where my chest is, where under my arm is. I have them on my stomach, on my love handles, and me looking at that, even when my body is changing, and even with my body, like, you know, finally reacting right to the workouts and the eating healthy, I'm still gonna have those stretch marks. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I'm seeing this positive image on television and on movies, it makes me go, huh, you know what? I think I'll be fine.
So do you feel like you've ever dealt with body image issues?
Of course.
So I guess, like, give a quick excerpt of that. Like, when do you feel like it started, and where do you feel like it came from?
Well, it started once. It started a long time. It started probably in middle school, because I was real skinny. Mm-hmm. Real skinny, real nerdish, real short. I had braces. I looked like Urkel. Did the whole shabam, and I would always see, well, in my mind, I would always see women go for these thug ass people. They would look a certain way, they would dress a certain way, and I thought, like, well, you know, dang, I can at least be tall. So, yeah, I was like, I have braces and glasses. Why I gotta look like this? Why? Then when I did get in, like, 8th grade to high school, I looked good. I mean, I did, but then it was just the fact that how I dressed, and the fact that I dressed like Russell Wilson. I dressed like an old man, even in high school.
Yeah, your mom dressed you?
No. My mom stopped dressing me in 7th grade. So,
okay.
I was so used to it. I was dressing myself.
I was like, so is it better that I should have just said your mom kept dressing you?
No, Mom, I'll do it myself.
He said, no, I did that. It's like, okay.
I got so used to it, so I just stayed like that. I had my shirt tail tucked in my pants. I didn't untuck it. We had uniforms. I basically wore a uniform every school I went to. I had my shirt tail tucked in my pants. Pants was like literally to the waistline, all that, which, I mean, I was not going to sag. That shit looks so stupid.
Oh, yeah, it does.
But I definitely say once I graduated high school, stopped playing football, I gained weight. Then I started, I had this block in my head where I didn't believe in myself anymore, because it was just sad to see myself like waste away. I was this perfectly fine looking athletic guy that just had like, you know, never had abs, but I had flat stomach. Didn't have to like worry about like doing 100 crunches to make myself look good, and went to the gym all the time to just look like a blob, like looking like literally a ball. I look like a ball. If you ever see that picture of me in a red sweater in church that I post on Instagram sometimes, I literally look like a ball, like a red ball. And I hated that about myself. I was 295, and instead of me, you know, unlike, you know, I understand what you go through, but instead of me going the route that you took, I took the, all right, do something about it. And this is before I met you, because when I met you, I was in shape in a way. I was losing weight. I had just got done playing semi-pro football. I was fresh out of the fire academy at Houston Community College, so I was in shape in a way. So it was do something about it. So when I met you and I kept going back and forth with my weight, it was because I was so used to being lazy because I was with you, because I finally found somebody that accepts me. But at the same time, it was a kick in the butt. You were saying, if you go complain, just do something about it. So I had to do something about it. And that was my short thing about it.
Okay. Well, but I guess like that's not really
body dysmorphia. That's not body image
issue and stuff, because you really just said you got big and decided to lose weight.
Yeah, I just said no.
It didn't like affect how you interacted with people or affect how your sex.
I still see some guys, you know, people, and I still see people on Instagram, still people on there. I'm like, I wish I was
gonna ask that.
But then but for myself, in my mind, I feel like I have my own character. I always look at life as a movie or life as a show. I'm my own character. I feel like people that are in my life, that are here to be in my life for a reason, they love me for exactly how I am. So I never go, I wish I had that body. I always say, you know what? I can work out and I can get there. I don't go, I need that body now. I just go, it's coming. Relax, Greg. Don't beat yourself up about it. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's really good, because a lot of times people don't have that attitude that you have about it, and sometimes you can just kind of get caught up in just wallowing and feeling like this, like you can't make a change, you can't get out of whatever your physical or mental situation is.
Right.
But one more question. So do you feel like men do you feel like men are affected by social media when it comes to, like, you normally see, so the guys that are big on social media, that as far as are the big weightlifting guys with all the muscles, do you feel like that affects men in any way?
Well, before I answer that question, let's take one more quick break, and then I will literally.
You gotta quickly just say yes or no.
Yes, but I want it to be a better answer than just yes. You got to explain everything. Ugh. Okay. Oh, we taking a break. And we're back. So to answer Megan's question, since she just rudely pushed me to the edge to answer. So men are, I think, just probably a couple notches under how women are pushed on Instagram. Because the way that it works for a man is they see him, obviously we see a man is always objectified or thrown to what another man has, and then they say they want that. You know, a man has a big truck, they want a big truck. Man has built his own outdoor swimming pool. Another man's gonna say, I want to build my outdoor swimming pool. It's always a competition. With a man, with women, it's always a saddening thing. Like, why can't I have it? I feel like in my mind, I always say when it comes to women, why can't I have it? Why can't I do that? No, I don't know. Every time I've heard anyone friends, girls that are friends of mine that I used to be close friends with. Sisters, some people, maybe you sometimes, it would be oh man, no, I wish I can have that, or I wish I've had that. For a guy, it's competition. But it's competition. Well, shut up, it's my time.
I'm just making it clear, I've never started. I wish I had someone else say.
So, anyways, it's always a competition for me. We always go, I can get that, I can do that too, whatever, I can do this. It's a jealousy thing. So for a man, it's never affected sadly by social media. It's always I can do that. He ain't nobody. It's always. So anytime I follow these pages. I recently just followed one because he actually does have big, he pushes people to get where they want in life. So for me, I follow Michael B. Jordan. I follow Anthony Joshua, who's a boxer. And I follow, his name is Simeon Panda. Simeon Panda. He's a fitness guru.
I used to follow him.
Huh?
I used to follow him.
He's following. Yeah, he's a fitness guru. He's like big for this company that called Eno Subs, and he basically pushes people to get to where they want, and just kind of pushes them in a way that is very like driven.
He's motivated.
Motivated. I was looking for motivated.
Yeah.
But as a man, me sitting there looking at these three guys, and I don't care. Y'all can look at me like I'm funny. Yes, every guy's gonna look at another guy that got abs and go, I can get those abs. Let's be real, man.
I mean, it's fine.
I'm those, because some people gonna be like, you looking at other men on Instagram? Yes!
And those people need to grow up.
So I look at them and I'm like, I can do all that.
Yeah.
One, I can be an actor. Two, I can box, but my whole family and Megan won't let me box. And three, I can lift weights. Whatever, I can do that.
Okay, I've never seen you fight before, so.
But
I don't know if you can box.
I remember I said, hey babe, should I like work out with my friend? He's a boxer. You said absolutely not.
I said, are they gonna hit you in the face?
I said yes.
And I said, we can't afford any more of that. So.
Yeah. You said absolutely not. And I was like, obvious boxing, you're gonna get hit. You gonna wear
We should limit that brain.
You gonna wear the protective equipment over the head and the face, but she was not having it.
The brain still feels it.
She was not having it. She was not having it. So I said, okay. I was like, that's fine, whatever. But I look at those guys and I go, okay, yeah, they do have the things that I want. They do have, the energy, the endurance, the look, the being able to like lift weights, like wake up early in the morning, lift weights in the morning, and like later in the day lift weights again. They have that thing. But in my mind, the way my mind operates, I don't go hardcore on it, because every man has a jealous streak. I don't go hardcore on the jealous streak when it comes to that. I go, if they can do it, I can do it. Not they can do it, I can do it. It's more of a, if they can do it, I know I can do it. So let me push myself to do it.
Yeah, it's more of an aspirational thing that you experience.
Like at that moment, I'm motivating myself to be like, well, if you gonna say that, do it then, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, I definitely think that's good. Yeah, so I guess like that's a much better way to digest stuff when it comes to looking at things in the media. But so I guess just like for me to kind of wrap it up, and what I really feel like has been the game changer in really helping support my own mental health when it comes to beating this image issue I've always had. It's like I found out, but I did some research, and so what I found out is called the mirror technique, or it's called the mirror exercise. So it's been conducted by the Body Project, and it was focused on helping women and people with body dysmorphia. And what it is that I stand in front of the mirror for 5 minutes and with no clothes on. And then I stand there and
Which should be fine for you, because you walk around literally.
Yeah, I never wear clothes.
She doesn't wear clothes all day.
Which is why it's just
it's so weird that you have body dysmorphia and you don't wear clothes.
Why the world is so crazy. My brain's really weird. But that's why it's an issue. Because
Smartest person I know.
Doesn't make any sense.
Smartest person I know.
But it's something that's always been with me. It truly doesn't make sense. But yeah, and so I'll walk in front of the mirror, no clothes on, and stay there for 5 minutes and you say everything that you like about your body. So whether it just be like, oh, I love my boobs, I like my nipples, I like my elbows, I like my hips and different things, and I'll turn to the side, each side, and I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks now, and I feel like it's truly just made a huge difference, because the problem area was always my stomach and my waist. And now I've been going in front of the mirror, and I've finally got to the point that I can really, really feel it and mean it, that like, oh, I really do like my waist. And I just feel like doing that is something that I know whenever we have a child and like a daughter, which is truly like another reason why I've just been wanting to, you know, overcome this, is to like instill within our daughter that, you know, to get in the mindset, let's stand in front of the mirror and let's say everything that you love about yourself and everything that you love about yourself physically and internally, and just start building that into her, because I just feel like, especially for women, we're always so hard and negative on ourselves. And even just some of my friends, I think they're the most beautiful people ever, and they tell me things that they don't like or they're insecure about, and I look at them like, wow, that's crazy, you're not that. But then I have to look at myself and be like, Megan, you're crazy, you are not that. So it's just, as women, I just feel like we just gotta be better to ourselves and truly just love ourselves and get to the point that we're able to really embrace who we are first and not worry about whatever else is out there, whatever else is you're consuming that's telling you that like you're not enough or you're not that. And so that's like really like my passion. Like that's why I'm excited to have our future daughter, because we keep saying we're gonna have a daughter first. Yes, that to really do with her.
To wrap mine up, I mean, we talked about it the other day when I went to the gym. I went to our apartment's gym, and I always talk about, you know what I mean, it's always, because every part of my body is good. Like the arms are starting to get more tightened up, everything was good. It's always like the little bit of side boob that I have left that's lingering, and then a little bit of like belly fat that just lingers just a little bit longer. They're stubborn. Both of those things, the little side boob and the little belly fat, they just will not give up. They're like, you want to be skinny, huh? Shut up, fat boy. We still here. That's what I feel like they're saying to me. Shut up, fat boy. Shut up, fat boy. So I feel like I'm always insecure about those things. But then the other day I went to the gym and these guys were just walking around. I went to the gym and worked out extremely hard for about an hour and a half. They were playing, because I guess they just moved in. They were playing around in the gym and they were like talking about lifting weights. Then one of them had like said, hey bro, can you lift that? And I was like, yeah, I can lift it. So we put like a couple weights on there first, and okay, cool. Then we put 245s on there, and it's like 225. I lifted it easily, like 10 reps. And they're like, oh my God, you kind of strong. Then they just start adding like random stuff. Like I was like, I don't think this is safe, and I lifted it. It was like 335, 325, 345. And I did like 2 reps with it, and I was like, wow. And one of them actually had, like, they looked really good. They were a really good looking guy. He was like, man, I can't even bench that. I was like, huh. You know, these, they used to be titties. They boobies now. Pretty soon they'll be all pecs. But these, right now, boobies can lift more than people that have pecs. Mm-hmm. Like, so it made me proud of myself. It made me go, you know what? I don't care how much I'm trying to change my body. Let me love what I got right now. Because honestly, it's going to make me be more appreciative of what I'm going to. It's like we always say, whenever we're like trying to get something else, I always say, hey, appreciate what we got now. Yeah. Just appreciate, love it now. So I made me think about that.
Facts. Look at us, just, you know, loving ourselves.
I know, right? Ha, you thought.
That's rude. You're trying to give me a high five and then took his hand away. No, we're not friends. Whatever.
Yeah, because I was your best friend. I want you around all the time.
And you don't want me around all the time.
Can I be your best friend? Yo, promise you'll be mine. Only when I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. I don't want you in here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this week's episode. So please be sure that you're following us at Get It Together on Instagram. Check out our YouTube channel so you can definitely see the visual of our lovely faces. My lovely face and Greg's handsome face.
Thank
you. He thought I was going to say something different. Mm-hmm.
I really don't know.
And also check us out on TikTok. It's just a different vibe over there.
Yeah, it is.
So you can always find me at Megan.Jeanette on IG.
Just AKA, the Instagram name might change. Just found something out from my acting teacher today. But for right now, you can find me on IG at Gregory.K_. Don't laugh at me. Body dysmorphia and
being married just gets on my nerves.
What is it?
Because I tell him one thing and he hears it from somebody else and it's like, wow, they're just a mecca. They're so smart.
Whoa. Wait, say it again.
Your wife said this already.
Hold on. on.
Y'all can go ahead and
No,
sign
say
off.
that
He
again.
has to go.
What'd you say? When somebody else says it?
Yeah, and your wife
and
already said
what do I always tell you about your body? I love it, right? Blah, 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 blah. What happened?
That's
Wait,
different.
no. What happened when we went to the strip club?
The strippers didn't tell me my body looked good.
But you
I
had
said
an
myself.
epiphany. And I was like,
Okay, that's not.
and I looked and I said, wow, 5 years of saying.
That's not. I'm saying that I will tell you something, and you go hear from your trainer, from your acting coach. They said the exact same thing I said. From the people you work with, they said the exact same words I said. And all of a sudden, it makes sense when Megan been saying it for years.
She don't like my name.
All right, we love y'all. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Nah.